This is probably the Ram I would buy if I was in the market. Just switch the color to white or that forged blue and we're in business. I borrowed this truck from Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah. It is available for sale. Let's go ahead and check out the window stickers so you guys can see options and features on this build. At the very top is the description. Base price comes in at $91,860. And then here's a short listing of that standard equipment. Be sure to pause to see more. Starting off the options is that diamond black crystal pearl for $245. Fifth wheel gooseneck prep is $135 because you delete the Ram boxes. Night editions $19.95, Tow Tech Plus group, and limited level 1 equipment group $44.95. Clearance lights, alternators, destination comes in at $19.95 with a total price of $102,210. We're in business, guys. We got clearance lights. This is a very rare option on the West Coast. When I was in Montana for about a month, I took note of all the trucks I saw without clearance lights. Now, obviously, if you get a dually, clearance lights come standard, but single rear wheel trucks is an option for 95 bucks. I know people are gonna say they leak, they look tacky, whatever you wanna say. I still want clearance lights. Every truck I own, HD-wise, will have clearance lights. Unless they give it to me for free. Now, definitely still add them on there, but yes, this truck looks so good. It's only missing a sunroof. That's it. My wife has to have a sunroof. So do I. It's me too. I have to have a sunroof on my truck because I like to vent it with the rear glass when I open it up because it's only like 65 degrees today. You don't have to use AC. But man, this is a really nice pickup. MegaCab for the win. I like the new wheel design. The only thing that's just not that nice is the front grille. They went backwards here for sure, and I've mentioned this in other videos. They give you the camera with that equipment group package. That is an option. Radar cruise control does come standard even on like the tradesman level. Front parking sensors, recovery hooks, sport performance hood. And the new headlights are definitely growing on me too. They look great. Off to the side, solid front axle. It's gonna probably be an open diff most likely. You guys can see your liner. All this has been the same for like years. And then here are the tires, which are the AT2s. Ram loves their Firestone tires. These are a newer one. These are the Transforce AT2s. They do seem a little bit more thicker, I guess you could say, like when you push on them. So maybe these might last a little bit longer. So I guess we have to wait and see. New wheel design, as I said. I like this wheel design, definitely. The previous one was just as nice. You have fender flares. And I know that people hate on my MegaCab, but my goodness, this is the best looking truck in the game. I'm just saying, especially in black. Looks so good. Power to pull running boards. Ram just gives us this cheap plastic on the mirrors. They should just paint this in that gloss black, especially for like this night edition package. You have these forward lights, turn signals, cameras, puddle lights, more cameras. You have this light here, and then these are both heated and power. Yeah, this is such a nice truck. And did this one have the skid plate? It did not. I recommend getting the skid plate right there at least. This is your DEF tank. 31 gallon fuel tank right there. 7.5 gallon for your diesel exhaust fluid. And here's the leaf pack. Pretty beefy framing, liner. And then here's that fifth wheel prep package. Bed lights. They also give you 400 watts of power. This is your 12-way plug, 7-pin. This is how you turn on the bed lights. And you guys can see right here, you have 2 cameras, bed view and 4K camera. And out back, you pretty much get bed utility with that equipment group. Full LED tail lights, license plate lights, Class 5 hitch. This also has a tow mode for the rearview mirror. Another 12-way plug and 7-pin. 342 rear. Has the anti-spin. Yeah, it's a great truck. So why did the Ram HD Cummins lose payload for 2025? That's a good question. Now, most people know they did a lot of updates to this engine. The first thing I want to point out back on this side is you have a performance intake manifold. They got rid of the grid heater. They added glow plugs. So this engine feels a lot more responsive because of that, and it does have larger intake and exhaust valves too. Now, from 2019 to 2024, the Cummins was using compacted graphite iron. They decided to go back to cast iron simply because they must have been having some issues with those blocks. So that's why this truck has less payload. This truck is using the CP8 fuel pump. You can kind of see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's down there. And so we'll have to see how that goes. 10W30 oil or 5W40 is what they're still using. CCV does look like it got a little bit smaller too. And yeah, this is still one of the best engines on the market. 430 horsepower, 1,075 pound-feet of torque. Ram did not really do a big increase, and I think they did it for just serviceability to make this more reliable. And I'm pretty sure once they do a true, complete redesign of this truck, we'll probably see them compete with Ford in the future. But right now, Ford is still top dog. They have the 500 horsepower high output power stroke, 1,200 pound-feet of torque. Ram's not even close right now, but nevertheless, the crown jewel to this new update is that 8-speed transmission. That is probably the main reason why people are going to be buying these trucks, because ZF has been doing the transmissions for the gas engines, and now they're doing them for the Cummins. And if you don't know, those ZFs were very reliable. I believe Rolls-Royce, Lexus, a lot of manufacturers have and still use them. And so this 8-speed torque flight is what Ram dubs it. It's been used in PACCAR and Kenworth, so it's a really good transmission, and we'll have to wait and see how it holds up. I'm pretty sure there will be no problems. It has deep first, second, and third gears. Let's go ahead and check out this interior. I did build a truck online a few days ago, and I saw that they had a red interior. So they did get rid of my cream interior, as I call it, and I did see that if you wanted the red interior, you cannot get it with Night Edition. That's kind of silly. I thought that interior looked great on a truck like this, but who knows, maybe next year they'll make it available for Night Edition trucks. Sometimes Ram plays games like that because they want you to trade out of the trucks quickly, right? Now, with that being said, here's some of your controls. Here's those really nice all-weather floor mats. I always mention this. If you're ordering your truck, do not order your truck with all-weather floor mats, because if you order them with all-weather floor mats, it might delete these floor mats. I've seen these online for over $600 used, and from what I've been told in the past, I'm not sure if they changed it, you couldn't even order these brand new. So again, if you're getting a limited, skip the all-weather floor mats. Okay, 10-way seats. And these seats are more comfortable than my GMs. Not because of stiffness or softness, but because of how wide. I feel like I have better support with these, especially up here too. Although I can adjust my bowstring. Tilt headrest, but you don't have telescoping steering wheel, but you have power pedals. So that does help a little bit. Let's check out that passenger side. Despite the cloth inserts, this is still a nice interior. Real leather seats, and they look great. They even give you a little bit of leather on the grab handles. I guess they cut out the leather here and they put it here. That's what they did. You guys are not sneaky. I know what you did, Ram. And then here's your passenger screen. You can put in addresses here. You can listen to your own music on wireless headphones. You guys can see right here, dual chargers. No one does this in the truck segment right now. Tons of USBs. This HDMI is for the passenger screen here, so if you want to watch movies on this side, you can. 14.5-inch display. All this is pretty much a carryover up top, although this button might be a little bit newer. For your vanities. No sunroof though, that's the only killer for me. I like to have my sunroof. And then back here, look how wide this door opens to. You guys can see right here, outboard heated seats, 115 volt power plug. So you have two inside the interior. And here's that center console. You can just see it better from this vantage point. This is a big cab. These seats do recline, so nothing new there. There's tons of storage behind the seat. Hopefully you guys can see. Look at all that storage back there. There's that armrest. You can also hang things above on both sides. And as I said, storage there. Now if you pull this handle, this seat does fold completely flat. And you literally have like a queen size bed, or if you have really big dogs, this would be perfect for them too. If you push this button right here, it does bring up this quick menu. And you can see all your gauges, MPG, a lot of nice information inside of here. Sorry for that glare. No heads-up display. You guys can see your shifter. They give you this nice leather wrap with this aluminum. If you get a Laramie, they give you this ugly, cheap plastic look on it. Just another reason why I would probably get this truck over the Laramie. Just saying. More leather wrapping there. Now if you put it in reverse, you guys see your 360 camera. Also, if you put it in drive and you turn the turn signals on, oh, there it is. Isn't that cool? If you go to vehicle, you can actually turn on the passenger screen from here. You can adjust those power steps if you want to wash them off. If you go to camera, go to vehicle, look at all the cameras you have right here. So driver curb view. You want to go to your bed view. And obviously this is a lot of cameras. So let's just say you only want to see this one. And when you go to back up your trailer, let's just say you want this. Oop. Hit the star, you go to favorites, they're right there for you. Here's your off-road pages. Trailer. You have up to 4 trailers that you can set up here. Tire pressure for the trailer as well. Yeah, this is definitely one of the nicest trucks on the market. They did incorporate your gain for the screen. I could care less about trailer steering personally. If you want to back up your trailer, tow haul mode, still dual stage, exhaust brake, front and rear, parking sensors can be disabled. Here's that other 115 volt power plug. This sliding tray, you have the covers, and then deeper storage back there. Let's go and check out the Payload. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 6,000 pounds. The rear is 7,000 pounds. The gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 12,300 pounds. The truck has 20 by 8 wide wheels. All in payload is 3,738 pounds. Tire pressure 65 in the front, 80 in the rear. And if you do want to use this truck for a bed camper, here it is. 2,934 pounds of capacity. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. If I were to buy a Ram truck, or order one I should say, this is pretty much what it would look like. Probably just in a different color with a sunroof. That's it. and it's already $102,000. Man, they're not cheap these days. Later.